Welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is actually a live stream for Ustream.tv and also recorded for YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I've been remaking a new book for my giveaway, and this was a lovely little book from Paper Chase, but they don't make them anymore. I can't find them anymore, which I'm a little bit cross about because I really like those. So I've got a couple of these that I've picked up, and so I was going to make pages to go into here, and all the pages are made. And although this is a top loading one, I mean, I could cut round and make other pages, and stick the actual paper palettes to this, but I think that'll destroy it and it'll make it look tatty, and I want it to look nice because it's a giveaway. So I've got the photocopy paper and I'm going to cut them into threes, and they're going to be attached by, if I make this as a template, so that's going to fit in there, which will allow this to sit on top. It's a little bit small, is that? I was being a tight girl and trying to get, I was trying to get 3 pages out, but it will be fine. Even if it sticks over, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because we want that page to be about there. Because that's where it would be. And we also actually want a label. I'd forgotten about that. So we want to label it so we can find it on the page. We also want this. Although we can actually put the label into here, can't we? Yes, so that's what we'll do. So if we cut this off here, put it upside down because you can see the crease. So the pages are, the pages are 100, which is what the others are. So I'll cut these, put that on the 100. So that's given me 3 pages. And then I want to cut I need to cut, and it's not going to measure it, but it's actually from the end there probably, so that's going to have to be the measurement. There seems to be something stopping that. Right, so if I take that to the end, yeah, if I take that to the end of there, going to neaten that up a little bit because it's not. It's a bit. It's a bit short, that one, but it'll be fine. So I need to put some sellotape down that side and some sellotape down the other. And I don't think I have any tape here, do I? But I've kind of, and that's an A6, so we're about right size, not far out. That wants to go here. I think I might put that one there. I might put that one in the first page. Or I might put that on the back. Yeah, I'm going to put that one at the back. So this one will be at the back. So that will sit and protect that. So that one's gluing there, and that's going to protect that page. So that's going to be a little bit bubbly. So I could also put, there's no reason why I couldn't put a piece of card, white paper card in there, and then that will just protect that a little bit. Or I could put it there. I didn't really want it there because I thought it might just create a bit. I could put it there. If you put it there, it has a nice protection and it's flat. Because if you're going to work on this one, it's going to be a bit bobbly. Whereas if you're going to work on that one, it's not so bad. Let's try this one. That's why it needs to be at the front. So it needs to be at the front so I can cover that. So we'll put that one at the front. That looks quite nice. We'll put that one at the front. And then I'll put a piece of plastic onto here. And so if I put that here, I can put, I don't actually need a piece on there. I don't really need a piece on there. So I will attach a piece of paper there and have colours down that side and colours on that side. And then another piece of paper there. I can cut that one into two. So we have colours on that side, colours on that side, all the way through. So that's going to be that one, and then that's going to be this one. I actually think this is probably a little bit sturdier. So that's my track plan for that one. So I need to find those. So that's going to look quite good. I need to cut some of those squares. and that should be fine. The other way of doing it would be to slot a piece of paper into here, but there's no point, so I've got a pocket in there to put things in if we want to put something in here. Postcards or photographs. Oh, not on that particular one. So you can put something in here, and then you've got your colours here, and it's protected, so it's not going to touch it. So you actually could put photographs in here as well. You wouldn't get so many photographs, but you could put the odd one or two in, and then that will flip. And then there's a little bit at the end to cut off, so we can so I'd forgotten that one, so that's on one side. So I think we said that's going to there. So that gives us our page, our paper palettes, and our label. So on mine, I have my watercolours, so I'll put the watercolours on there, and then on my first page I have those, which are, now they actually don't require the paper palette because they're just on photo paper. Oh no, I tell a lie, they are on paper palettes because they're but on this one I put them on I put them in upside down. Oh golly gumdrops, I put them in upside down. I never noticed that. No, I didn't. Put them at the back. So the peels are at the back. And so this page here is just sellotaped in. So, and I have used a piece of photo paper for that. And then when these are all squared on, they'll be stuck into there. So that means that the peerless will go, solve the problem so I don't need that card in there. I'll put the peerless here and here. Just put that little these are a little bit more flimsy. Than these, right? So, and they're a little bit bigger as well, so these are a bit small, so we won't be using those. I do need a little bit of sellotape there to get the other side. and that one up, and then put some sellotape on that side, and then that will make a really strong hinge. So I'm going to put them on photo paper because I think they just right. So we need some more photo papers, and then the Derwent Graphy tint will be going on that one and on that one. Now I could just do that. I don't think that's quite nice, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the Derwent Graphy tint on that side and on that side, and then we have Caran d'Ache near colour 2s. I think that's the Graphy tint one, isn't it? That's the Graphy tint one there. That one's done, ready to colour in. And that can be the next one. Because this one is on the paper palettes that are lengthways. They've all got paper palettes. And on that one for that one. Oh, that works quite well. You've just got to just do a little bit of jiggery pokery, as we say, or if it's a top loading pocket, you've got to rethink it. I could fold. The other way of doing it actually is to fold. Oh, that's what I could do, but that would make double bulk, wouldn't it? And again, you'd see it on the top, whereas if I'm putting it here, you won't be seeing anything. I quite like that idea. But if you wanted, there's no reason why you couldn't take the photocopy paper and instead of cutting it lengthways, just cut it into in half and then fold it, and then slip one at one side and one at the other, and stick them down, and then you've got 2 pages covered. In fact, no, that won't work. I'll put them in there because that gives me 2 pages inside each one. So that's what we want. We want the sketchbook paper, we want the photocopy paper in between each one, and then they're all going to be really neat. And mine took me months to do, so that's what it's going to look like. Well, it's not actually going to look like that, it's going to be a lot neater. A lot of these things I don't have. I won't be putting the pastels in because they're just messy, and they rub off. It was an experiment. And I won't be putting the gouache because that's an experiment, but these work quite well. They work quite well. So we've got 18 colours there, and the peerless are in there as well. 24 Graphy tint near colour 2s. So what that should be is that one is that one. Derwent Graphic Tint. Caran d'Ache Neocolor Tools. There's the Prismarel. The 24 Graphic Ink, we've got those in there. 72 Ink 10, so we've got the reds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of those. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, how many of these have I got? Oh, these are duplicated, but we've got at least 1, 2, 3, at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's possibly 4 pages of that. So that's on the back of that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 pages of those. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to fill it. So we've got 72 Derwent, 72 Ink 10s. don't know if I can get a page. I have a spare page at the back to put the pencils. So it's not quite as full as mine. Mine's quite kind of it's not neat. This should stay neat. So, oh hi, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Hi Chris. Christy, sorry. Welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm just going through this little book to see what I can get in these little books. So we've got the watercolours, which I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put a plastic protector on that side. There's and then I'm going to have, so that's that side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 pages of Caran d'Ache. And then I've got 2, 4, 6 pages of the 72 Derwent Ink 10s. And then I've got 2 I have to work backwards, wait a minute. 18 peerless. No, we've got 40 some peerless. I think there's 40 peerless. We've got 18 hydras. 18 hydras. We've got 24 graphitint, which is that page and that page. And then I'm going to leave the Caran d'Ache till last because I'm not sure how many I've got. So that one's that one. So I'll take that out of there. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 pages of Inktense and 6 pages of Derwent pencils. So that's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So I've got left 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So there'll be 4 pages. So I'm not sure I've got 48 Caran d'Ache. But Caran d'Ache, and then that's 1 page of Derwent pencil, sketching pencils. So there's 48 on there. 72, 72. So that's 10, 14, 16, 16, brain won't work, 24, that's 6, 14, that's 20, 22, 23, 27. So there's 270 colours, or 270 paper palettes. So there's not quite as many as mine, but there's 272 in these pages, because I've got these that didn't quite work. I mean, they are in here, but they're not perfect. They're not good enough to get a good colour off. These were an experiment. They're Inktense blocks, but they're too chalky. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10, but they're only tiny. What do we call those? I think they're going to be very similar to the Caran d'Ache. If they're not exactly the same, I'll put them in, but I would think that's... I can't think what you call those now. Oops, I put those in there. I should have done that. So there's just short of 300 colours in there. Oh, I haven't got the tan by Ganzi water. How am I going to get those in? We need those in, and that's 6 pages, isn't it? 1, 2, 4. Yes, because there's 36. So I need 6 pages. So I've got to get the Ganzi Tambi watercolours in. So I need 6 pages. Trying to work all this out. So I need 6 pages for the Ganzi Tambi watercolours. So I'm short 6 pages, which is 36 colours. I needed to get 12 Prismalo, and there's some Derwent pencils somewhere. So there's 6 sketching pencils. So we need 6 sketching pencils. Derwent, which is a page, but I thought there was some more. There's what do we call these? Let me have a look what they're called. Have a look. And I just bought some art bars, and they're going in there as well. There should be 12 art bars. The problem I've got is they're faded. That's supposed to be the really vibrant colours, and they're not very vibrant. So I've just eBayed them because I wanted to put those in this weekend in mine. See how they go. I've got 12 Caran d'Ache, that's 2 pages. May have to do slightly smaller squares. They're not waterproof. The charcoal tinted. I bought them because I thought they might be, but I don't think they're waterproof. Just shut that drawer. I have 10 of these. These were in that pound shop find. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 Faber-Castells, but I think they're very similar. They're very similar to the Neocolor 2s, I think. Oh, hi Marilyn, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm just going through, this is a paper palette. I'm just going through the colours and how to rearrange the papers, because I found out yesterday I couldn't get another one of these paper chase. So I was playing with this one of how to get the pages in. So I've managed to sort out how to get the pages in. I'm just counting the colours, because some of them I'm not putting in. There were a kind of, you know, well, it's all prototype. This was the prototype. It wasn't the first one. And I found the first one, yesterday. This was the first one that was just cut into little bits. And then I pulled this apart, which was 2 polyviews. I took these sides off and stuck them together. But because this worked quite well, and that's why I've got a lot more in, because they're not on every page. So rather than distort it, like this, I want to keep it as near as nice, so it'll last a long time, because mine's getting a bit grotty now. So I actually got these pages here, because they're quite good. They're going to be used on this side to protect and make a palette for this section. So I'll put the brushes there. So I was having a bit of a play, so I found Inktense blocks. They won't be going in because they don't work, but I want to get the art bars in, because I think the art bars are a bit more creamy. It's a wax bar, and again that's going to be like a Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2. But I was looking for the what was I looking for in mine? I was looking for these. And why have I put Prismalo? Because they're not Prismalo. These must be the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2. Caran d'Ache. So I won't be putting those in because they're very chalky and they don't really work. It was just an experiment. That was an experiment, so I won't be putting those in because they cracked. The Gansai Tambi watercolours will be going in. I put Prismalo on here, so I've got these somewhere. And I've also got this set of pencils, sketching pencils. And I've got, that's what I was looking for. I've got these odd ones, but I don't actually know where they are. But there's the light wash, the medium wash, and the dark wash. And then I've got but you've got to be a bit careful with these because they are a pencil. I'm looking for these. There they are, the Prismalo. So I've got, I think that's what they are. But I've got to find this pack of these, the Prismalo, because I don't know where they are. And I don't even know what they are. That's a bit scary. But I've got 2 and 36. So there's 300 colours. But that doesn't include these. So there's 300. And there's another 12 on there. So there's 336 is 306. So there's 318. There's 318 in there. But I'm sure that if anybody's got anything else waterproof, you can pop in. So, I can't get this. Let's see. So I've never used these. I've just put them in. Again, they were in that thing with all the others. I paid £28 for that. So this was the prototype. But what I'm going to do for the Bible to fit in the back of there is to make one of these. You can make it any size. If you have this size and you cut it down, if I can just lean across. If you have this size and you cut it down, you can have one for your Midori. So you can fit it in the back of your Midori. And you just have to trim a little bit off, and then that should fit in there. And so you've got quite a few pages in there. And you make it the same way, photocopy paper. So photocopy paper, a Midori is any A5. We say A5 in the UK, which is, it's not in inches. I think it's 5 and something. Give me 2 seconds. We call A5 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. So if you buy an ordinary sketching or drawing pad, whatever is your favourite notepad, you can put it in your Midori and you cut off the little bit, and it's not much, it's only about 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches. And so you can get any lovely book that you really love and you can cut it down here. And that's, if you don't really want to be messing about making a book, that's what you can do. And that's what I love about my Midori. And I must admit, I do love my Midori. It's battered and dinted, and I bought it second hand. I'd love a little one, actually. I was looking at the price of a little one, but again, but I love it. And I love the fact that it's an original. It's not fake. And I'm a bit of a not a snob, but I do like original stuff, I have to say. And I love all the ones you can make. And the first one I made, because I couldn't afford one, I made out of an old 1940s, possibly earlier handbag. I mean, I must have 20 Filofaxes up there. I must get rid of them. Don't need them. I can't use them. Can't find the little one. I made 3 for my daughters, and they actually love them. They use them. I bought a piece of leather, but I got 3 handbags out of the leather as well. Now I did copy that handbag because I just couldn't justify £3,000 or £1,000 for a handbag. It was the handbag it can flip over, and basically you make the handbag. You make the bag, but it's floppy, and you put chain round it and put a gusset in it. I've forgotten what it's called, but you can flop it over, and one of the chains is a handbag. You can hold it up, and the chains just fall down. And I mean, everybody loves it. It's gorgeous. Everybody asked me, and it was lovely leather, and I paid £8 at a car boot. And I've said I got 3 Midoris out of it. I got 3 little Midoris out of it. I got 3 handbags out of it. The only thing is the chain digs into your shoulder. And actually, a lot of people, and mine's obviously leather. It's a Stella McCartney, and I love it. But this was the first Midori I had because I couldn't afford one. But of course, this is gorgeous leather because it was a very old-fashioned clutch bag from the 50s, 40s. And it's a little bit bashed, but because of its leather, and the best thing is it has a zip pocket for pens. And as a tight Yorkshire lass, in the UK, if you want to look at some wallpapers, you're allowed to take small pieces, which turn out to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect for making Midori inserts. I haven't even sewn these. I used to sew them, I've given up sewing them now. Oh, sorry, I did. I've put 3 stitches in there, look. I tell fibs. Let me have a look. Yes, I did, look. But I don't, some of them aren't. Some of them just loose. And then I used the back of just packaging, and the back of the sketchbooks and file folder fillers, because when you fold, and the perfect thing about this is if you fold an A6 sketchbook in half, it's the perfect size. So again, I absolutely love that, and I did put labels and all sorts on it. It's the perfect size. So I rounded the corners and put all that in there. And you just have to chop off the top, but then that top piece becomes a little shopping list. So again, nothing wasted, and you can actually buy expensive, good quality filler paper instead of the cheapy pound ones. And so you have some really gorgeous paper. I got this cream one and I loved it. So you can get some really nice things. And there's a lot of A5. An A5 we call photo paper, which is I think 11 and a quarter by 8 and something. That is the magic. We call this A4, which is photo printer paper, which is 8 and a quarter by 11 and 3/4. Oh, I'm getting to remember things. But this is one of my favourite. It just happens to be too big for me. And again, I've put dangled lots of the things in that I found and made some nice. This is I don't think it's shearing elastic, but again, you buy that at Boys. You don't have to buy expensive this. This is from a fishing hook. And I love the little fishing hook ones because they've got these little clasps that don't come off. And I love this. It's just too darn big for me to hunk about now. But I do love my Midori. But I was thinking I may go back to sketching, because if you just bend your pictures, you get quite a nice quite a nice space, and I'm left-handed and I find it difficult to write, so and again I've got a sketchbook that do the doodles. Again, the doodles keep coming out with flowers. Can't help but doodle. I started playing with watercolours, and then I wanted all sorts of things in here. And again, this sketchbook here is this 99p, £1.15, 99p. And all I've done is cut it down. And then this bit I used as it's about 1.5 inches. And then you don't have to do anything with it, you know, you just put it in half and you shove it straight in. It's exactly as it turned out. And you've got your sketchbook in your proper Midori. Now I think if you make an A5 Midori, you don't even have to cut the bit off. Yeah, 8.3 inches by 5.9. And again, so I quite like that I can do that. So I may have to rethink this, but because I love it. I do love it. Don't know how on earth I got onto Midoris. Oh, making books, yes. So I'm going to cut one down and put one in the back of the Bible with Winsor & Newton, no, with Derwent watercolour pencils. And then I've just got this with a small brush, so I can really get things down to nothing. These were at Wilko's, and these were, again, I think you can put things into here. These were 75p, I think. And they're not brilliant, but for 75p, you get your photocopied paper, you stick it in there, and then on here, you've got your pound sketchbook book, which you take to pieces, and you cut your pieces down to fit into your sketchbook. I think I've put them all in here now. So you need your photocopied paper to make your page, and then you want to stick that there, so all your colours will be vertical, and you've got the same amount of pages in here, I think, and that's the same size but different orientation, so that's vertical and that's horizontal. So you can open it up, and if you had your Neocolor 2s, you would have your 12 colours. And it's just rejigging what position these fillers are in here. This is top loading. The best one I found was this one, but I can't find it anywhere, they don't sell it, is the Paper Chase, because it's sideward filling, so that makes it perfect. It makes it absolutely perfect. If I can find an original, I think the back ones are more original. So you just make your page, put your paper palettes on them. It's easy to put the paper palettes in first, and then instead of sliding your photograph in, you slide in your paper palette in, and it's in. And I've done something wrong there because that's touching that. I don't know what I've just done there. What did I do then? I don't know what I've just done there. But that shouldn't be there, because that plastic's got to protect that one. That plastic protects that one. That one protects that one. That protects that one. I don't know what I've done there. It's probably because of this. So I'll take this off and I'll put that one back in there. So I must have been, I wondered how I'd got another page. Because it was a bit stuffed. I'm just going to put that over there to protect it. I'm going to put, I've got, I think they're, you see, I think this is like twice. That's duplicated because they weren't numbered. I didn't have any colours on them. It was difficult, so I haven't got many Neocolor 2s. Again, I'd love the full set, but you know, I think I've got enough colours. Has anybody got any questions? So that's what I was trying to put into this little book. So there's 350 colours I've definitely got in squares. I'm not putting the full set of these because they didn't really work. They're all right for me because I know how to work them, but the messy, it's 24 in this set. No, there's 36. I'm not going to put these in because they go everywhere, and they're not. You don't get the colour out that you could, so the space in your book is quite precious, and the colour isn't as good in that. You get a lot more. You get a lot more quality out of a better square of colour. These don't particularly work very well for the amount of space they take up in your book. So, and again, mine's quite warped because they're not on their original sections. So, I hope everybody that gets one won't be disappointed that there's only 300 and odd. It should go up to 400 because there should be 12 of these if I can find them. I haven't had them. I haven't touched any of these apart from a touch-up for until these. I have never redone these, I don't think. I might have done. Can't remember. But I certainly haven't used these, but I don't use them very often. But they would be nice in the Bible pages to do the lettering. I would thought that would be quite nice to have a little bit of a sheen on your lettering without having too much wet and moisture, which again, trying to get rid of. So there's the Gansai Tambi watercolours to get in. There's these, I keep forgetting what they're called. But I'll do bigger squares because obviously you need the colour to last you. How have I missed that's in? How have I missed that's in? So that was my bit of waffle. So we've managed to get, so they want making into squares. I'm trying to keep things together. So I did have a real good sort. And I lost these yesterday. And then I suddenly had a thought. My husband was digging everywhere. And I said, I've put them in a metal tin. And I had visions of me putting these in a metal tin. But I didn't know where I'd put it. But because I'd got the water, and I knew I'd got them in it, it's the water thing. And it's the only pan set I've got for that. So if I put the rubber band on there. So I'm a bit more organised now with this, so that's better. And again, you find things like this that fits in. So you could fold this up for your Midori and fit things in. I'm always buying. I have to stop buying things I don't really need. But anything that you can get a photograph in, you can make into a little book. Even if you've only got a few Caran d'Ache and a few Neocolor 2s and a few waterproof pencils. As long as it says it's waterproof, you can get those in. I just a bit disgruntled that I've left those paintbrushes out. So I'm going to have to buy some more cad yellow because it kind of went to mush. So there's a cad yellow to go in there. And then I've got the other little book. So again, there's not quite as many in there as I've got, so it's going to be a bit difficult, but we should get it up to 400 colours. So I hope everybody's happy with that. And then this is the one for, I want to say Carol, my brain's not in gear. Brain in gear. I've asked my daughter to give me a text because she's gone somewhere. And I forget, you know, she's 16 years old and she's gone to a house where she's never been before, and you think that's a bit strange, you see. But I said to my husband, you know, was there a lady there? No. Oh, it's okay then, fine. So I've asked her to text me every couple of hours to make sure she's okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. Because there are so many strange people out there. And we've never met these people before. She's just been dropped at this house, and it's like, okay. And my husband says, oh, he's so trusting, is my husband. Gets put on quite often, but bless him. So you've just got to, I say, it's all right if it was a boy, you wouldn't really panic as much, but and she's very, you know, she's very beautiful, this Sam. She's even though I say it myself. Say it myself. She's a very pretty girl, so you have to just be a bit worried, don't you? Sorry about my waffle. I get a bit stressed thinking I'm sitting here really, and I've got no car and I can't get to her, whereas I used to always have the car, so I'm about 15 minutes away. So it's a bit stressful. It's a bit stressful because you can't help but worry about the little monsters. So I've got the photocopy paper to cut into all the different sizes that I need. I've got all my colours written down that are going in, that I know work. If they work and they last a long time, they're going in, and they're good quality. These are very pale, but they are, you can see these, they are quite nice. And the Caran d'Ache, so, you know, they're not going to be... but the Prismalor, I don't know where I've got these from. Don't even know where they are. But it is a nice purple and it is a nice blue. So if I can't find them anywhere else... You see, that's a really nice purple. Even in the Caran d'Ache, I don't think it's as good. But as I say, we're going to get it up to about 400, so it might be a little squidgy book. Might have to add a few extra pages at the back, in which case I will have to stick this one in on its own, I think, in order to get another page. We'll have to see. I'm going to be about 6 pages short, I think, so I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggly pokery in there, as I said. So it's getting there. The best thing is to plan it a little bit first, and then, I mean, I say I didn't, and it's kind of quite distorted is my book, and it's getting a bit thinged, but I don't care, it's in there. I'm going to have to buy some more of these Peerless, but they've been in there a good few years and they've lasted very well. I don't know what they are. Must have found another pencil. Any pencil that I find that has a watermark on it, I try and get it in here. I say some things didn't work. The pastels didn't work. The Inktense blocks are a bit kind of chalky. There's some good colour in there, but they're a bit messy. But the art bars should sit like a crayon. They should sit quite nice, but I can't open that packet. It's got to go back, so I'm very cross about that. So has anybody got any questions? So I'll stop that video because I just recorded that little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but if nothing else,